All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take notes on 1.5 graphing inequalities. Our EQ says, how can you solve an equation or inequality by graphing? So first of all, this is gonna be going to page 26 with chapter 1. We're going back to chapter 1 because we're supposed to be reviewing linear inequalities in this assessment. So for equations, their solution is where they intersect. Remember, equations just means they're equal signs. So if you guys have 3x plus 1 equals 4, when you solve it by graphing, you can rewrite it as y equals 3x plus 1 and y equals 4, basically separating them. Remember, this is the same thing as when we had substitution. If they're both equal to y, you equal them both to each other and solve for x. But here's another way to do it by graphing. So we're gonna deal with the first one, y equals mx plus b. You start with your b, and then you do your slope 3 over 1. You go up 1, 2, 3, and then to the right ones, and then draw your graph. Okay. Make sure you guys are being accurate here. Okay, and then next we're gonna do y equals 4. There's no x, so our slope is 0, meaning it's gonna be a flat. And so we go to b equals 4, and then we draw a flat line, because if you go up a mountain, it's a positive slope. If you go down a mountain, it's negative slope. But if you're on the ground level, it is flat, aka 0 slope. So where they intersect is at 1, 4. So this is my solution. X equals 1, y equals 4. Okay. And this proves it because look, it gives us y already 4. Therefore, x actually equals 1. So that's my solution. So solution, x equals 1. Okay, so it's where they intersect. So that's that. You guys know how to solve equations by algebraically, so I have no problems there. But now we're going to go to inequalities. So if it means pointing to the left, it's going to be less, and we shade below. So here's where it's different. You guys learned this before. If it doesn't have the line underneath it, it's going to be dotted, right? It's not included. It's just like domain and range. If it has a line underneath, it's going to be solid. It's included. So if it's less, pretend like, just put a Pac-Man face on it. If Pac-Man doesn't approve, it's going to be less. Okay? If Pac-Man approves, aka is going to eat it, then it's going to be greater. All right? So keep that in mind. If you have to, separate them into 2 so that you remember, you can see which, it's a lot clearer which is which. Make sure you guys are also highlighting, please. Solving inequalities, that's your vocabulary there. So it's inequality and then 4 equations. Okay, so sorry, and then also make sure you highlight green for your examples. Let's make it look nicer. All right, next, I'm only gonna do the first 2 for you guys. You guys will do the rest. Okay, well, not the first 2, but 1, 2, 5, and 6. Okay, 1.5 graphing inequalities. Notes, you guys will staple these. Okay, you guys know where staplers are. Staple them. Make sure you return everything before you leave. So here we go. Y less than, oh, so it's just practicing. Okay, anyways, this is gonna be find your m, your slope. which is -4. Your slope, by the way, is always next to the x. Please do not put x, that is wrong. Y equals 4, or B. B is always my starting point. Start at 0, 4. Up here, if there's a whole number, you just put a 1 underneath it. So you go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right once. Okay, rise over run. Rise over run. And then you just basically do it again. So your lines are a little bit more accurate. Okay. So this front part is just practice. Individual. Sorry, it is solid. And let's see, it's facing away from Y, so I'm going to shade below. Okay, you don't have to use a highlighter, just use a pencil. Shade below it. Okay, if you don't know where below is, you look at your y-intercept and then just shade below it. Okay, similar thing on 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, number 5 is a little bit different. You do have to rewrite it. Let me see here. Rewrite into slope-intercept form. AKA y equals mx plus b. Now, how do you do that? You just need to isolate y by subtracting x to both sides. Since these two are not like terms, you do not add them. Please don't. Okay, they are not friends. They're like enemies. You cannot combine them. It's -1 minus x. We do not want a toxic y, right? We don't want negativity here, so we do have to divide by -1. If you divide -1 here, you must divide it to both here. Oh, right? They're not friends, so they can't share. So you have to divide it to both of them. So therefore, we have y. Now, if we divide by a negative, we do have to flip our sign here. 1 plus x. So another side note here. Flip the sign when you divide or multiply by a negative. Okay? So now we have a solid line. Solid. It's gonna be eating my y, so I'm gonna be shading up. And now we just have to find our m and b. So m is 1. Remember, it's in front of the x, that's your slope, 1 over 1. B would be 1. Again, we start here at 0, 1. We go up 1 to the right 1. Up 1 to the right 1. Keep going. You just go the opposite direction if you're going the other way. So if you want to keep going, feel free, but it's not necessary. Okay, so it's going to be solid line shading up right here. So then you have this. Okay, it looked like a lot, but please go back and rewatch it if you need more help. So now the back side is just 2 at a time. I'll do 1, I'll do 2, I'll do 7 and 11 for you guys, but most of it will be done by you. Once you guys finish this, you guys will have to finish your study guide. Okay, here my slope is 1 over 1. My b is -2. This is where I start at -2. B is your y-intercept. Okay, if I have not said that already, y-intercept is on the y-axis, so b -2 is right here. And since it's a slope up one to the right one, I'm just gonna go one more here, make it look nice. Okay, and since it's a line underneath, it's gonna be solid. Okay, and it is not eating my y, so I am going to shade below. It's not eating the y. And then let's do the second one. Let's check. It's gonna be a dotted line. My slope is -2. Don't forget the one underneath. Rise over run. I'm gonna go down 2 to the right ones. My b is 1. This is where I start. So I start at 1. I go down to the right ones. Down to the right ones. I go the opposite direction here. And it's gonna be dotted. See, mine's convenient because I actually have dotted lines. Okay. Alright, so now where do I shade? It's gonna be, see, it's not eating it, so I'm gonna be shading below. Now the solution set, okay, it's a solution set. The solution will be this portion right here. So you do need to know where your solution is. It's just where they overlap, okay, where they make purple. And then here, I'll do this one again for you guys so you kind of understand how it works. I'm gonna separate this into 2. Yes, okay, you do have space for the other one. So we have x plus 2y less than or equal to -4. I have to write it as y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to subtract x. Since they're not like terms, I'm going to put them right next to each other. So then I bring this down to y. Please be organized. The moment you're disorganized or unorganized, you're going to mess up. Okay, now I have to isolate y by dividing it by 2. Since 2 is positive, I'm not going to flip my sign. Make sure you divide it to both of them. Okay, so now I have y less than or equal to -2 minus x over 2. This just really means it's going to be -1/2 x. Okay, so my slope is -1 over 2. My b is -2, and it's going to be a solid line, and it's going to be, it's not eating it, so it's going to be shade below. Okay, let's start at -2. I go down 1 to the right 2. I go down 1 to the right 2. Okay, and then just cut, oh shoot. Connect your lines. All right. Shade below. So look at your y-intercept, just shade below. Okay. Next one, 3x plus y less than or equal to 3. We want to isolate y. We're just going to subtract 3x. Since they're not like terms, you put them next to each other. Bring down your y less than or equal to 3 minus 3x. Oh look, y is already by itself. I don't have to do anything extra. So now I have my slope is -3 over 1. Remember again, slope is next to the x. It doesn't matter where it is. The slope is always next to the x. Okay, so that means I'm going to go down 3 to the right once. My starting point will be at positive 3 because it's our constant. And this is going to be a solid line, and it looks like we're going to be shading below because Pac-Man is not eating it. Okay, it's not enough. Okay, so now solid shade below, we're going to go to 3. I'm going to use red for this one. Go down 3, 1, 2, 3, to the right once. 1, 2, 3, right once. It's going to be solid. Okay, we are shading below. Get your white intercept. You're going to be shade below. Make sure you shade everything below it, please. Okay, I am going to see some of you doing it like this. No, you have to do the whole thing. The whole thing. Don't be shy with it. Okay, so now where's your solution set? It's where they make purple. Okay, so please circle your solutions. That's pretty much the notes, and everything else, do it as practice. We will check it on Tuesday. Okay, I will post this also so you don't have to watch the whole video if you already know how to do it. All right. Okay, have a great day, guys.